This is Countryside News Channel, your official online and cable news channel, giving you the latest information from the province of Lanao del Norte. Countryside News Channel. CS News Channel. News Flash.
Our bi-monthly press briefing organized by the Office of the Speaker and the Press and Public Affairs Bureau. We would like to thank first our guests, our Honorable Deputy Speaker, Gwendolyn Garcia. Good morning, Madam. And of course, the author of the Bangsamoro Basic Law Bill, the Honorable Muhammad Khalid Dimaporo. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
So the focus of discussions today will be the following. First is the charter change, the continuing discussion on the charter change and federalism, as well as the Bangsamoro Basic Law.
The crucial question is, do we really need to shift to a federal system of government? The House, under Speaker Pantaleon Alvarez, believes we do, and the time to do it is now. We support the advocacy of President Rodrigo Duterte for a shift to federalism. It is one of the 4 key campaign promises of President Duterte in the 2016 elections, of which he was given an overwhelming mandate by the Filipino people. Another crucial task the House of Representatives must address is crafting a new Bangsamoro Basic Law that will embody the aspirations of the Bangsamoro without the constitutional infirmities that plagued previous incarnations of the BBL. No less than President Duterte has pointed out that enactment of the BBL is crucial to establishing lasting peace in Mindanao, that it would help discourage the spread of extremism, the evils of which we have witnessed in the Marawi War. The Committee on Local Government, together with the Committees on Muslim Affairs and the Special Committee on Peace, Reconciliation, and Unity, has made significant headway in this task with the creation of the subcommittee tasked to harmonize 4 bills. House Bill 6121 by Representative Gloria Macapagal Arroyo, House Bill 6263 by Representative Khalid Dimaporo, House Bill 6475, filed by Speaker Pantaleon Alvarez with Majority Floor Leader Rodolfo Fariñas and Minority Leader Danilo Suarez as co-authors, and House Bill 92, filed by Deputy Speaker by Sandra Sema. The concerned committees are working full-time to fulfill our commitment for the passage of the BBL. We have with us today, as already mentioned, one of the authors of the House bills that have proposed the BBL, Congressman Khalid Dimaporo.
Alam na, isang mainit na discussion yung issue ng political dynasties. One proposal coming from the PDP Laban Federalism Institute is to make the constitutional provision self-executing. Are you in favor of that? A ban on political dynasties up to the 2nd degree of consanguinity and affinity?
I think it's premature for me now, right now, to state any position as regards the political dynasty issue. Because as I have already stated, we members of Congress must now be open to all proposals that will be submitted to us. And we must keep an open mind in order to fully deliberate on the issue. I have heard both sides, and I will need to listen more to arguments for or against political dynasties. At this point, I would rather not take a personal position as what might be expected of your representative that also needs, being a 3rd District Representative of Cebu, I would also need to listen to the position of my constituents in the 3rd District.
But our personal opinion, again what you said and also what Deputy Speaker Gwen Garcia said, if you look at the Marcos era, I think that's the reason why they included that in the Constitution. there was a large amount of political dynasties ruling our country. But over the years, I think you can see that there has been a decline in the number of political dynasties ruling our country. So personally for me, it's natural. Political dynasties will die a natural death. If you fail to serve your constituents, you will simply just destroy the name of your family and people will no longer vote for you. And especially now that we have social media, we have more educated voters, people are more looking for what political candidates can deliver for their respective districts or their respective constituents. So my personal opinion is that I think that political dynasties may also stereotype certain government officials that are actually doing good for their respective constituents. That's what I think Congress should look into. Not simply the term political dynasty, but what we really are after is public service. What is the best way that we can deliver public service for our people? If political dynasties will hamper the delivery of public service to our constituents, then let's put controls there. But if not, then my position in Lanao del Norte, we have an experienced development over the last 10 years in comparison to our counterparts in Region 10. And one of that is because of our political unity. We don't fight anymore over political turf. We focus on deliverance of service to our constituents.
So you don't think that there should be an anti-political dynasty law anymore?
My personal opinion. That's my personal opinion. I don't believe in it. I don't believe political dynasties are a deterrent to government service, good government service.
And if, picking up from the statement of Congressman Limaporo, I think there has been a misnomer in calling families that are in the service of the people and showing that they can in fact serve. Tinatawag natin dynasty. Kasi hindi ba yung dynasty, that's a title handed down. Parang may Torrance title ka dyan. If you're the king, then eto na yung heir apparent mo, magiging king yun. This is a prince and all. In the end, what's happening in the Philippine political scene is that we have to subject ourselves to an election. It will always be the will of the people that will be carried through. Hindi sa ibig sabihin porque governor ka, yung ibibigay mo na yung title mo sa anak mo. And that is already a foregone conclusion. Marami na nga, na-point out ni Congressman Limaporo, marami na napakita na yung mga hindi naman nagsaserve ng mga tao, they find themselves voted out of office. No matter how long they may have already gripped political power in their region.
And may I also add, personally also, I don't see any danger with having a family member run in Congress and having a family member run, for example, in governor or city mayor, because those are two separate branches of government. Where it becomes different and dangerous is if you have one family, the governor, one family, vice governor, one family, majority ng sanggunian, then that's already very abusive in terms of a political dynasty. And that doesn't exist rampantly throughout our country. That type of political dynasty died off over the years.
The projected schedule for the passage of the Bangsamoro Basic Law is that the House leadership would wish that this bill pass before the March 21st adjournment. Ngayon, ito naman pong charter change. Originally, it had been envisioned na we would already be presenting to the people on plebiscite ngayong May 2018 yung revised charter. But if we cannot meet that schedule, and perhaps more realistically speaking, then this might be presented, this will be presented itong ating bagong konstitusyon will be presented in the May 2019 elections.
Ano importance po at sir, ano po importance nung maipasalin kagad muna yung BBL na bago po yung chat?
I don't think they're interrelated. It doesn't matter what comes first or what comes next. As far as Congress is concerned, this is the promise of the President to the Filipino people, to the Bangsamoro people. His promise is to deliver the BBL. So therefore, Congress is working as hard as possible so that the President can deliver his promise. And the same thing also with the charter change. He ran his presidency promising to deliver federalism. So they're not interrelated. We work independently of one another. The committee tackling the BBL and the committee tackling charter change. We have no coordination whatsoever. We focus on our specific tasks.
Sir, ano na po yung mga na-solve na ninyo at sinusolve pa ngayon sa BBL?
Yung mga general unconstitutional provisions of the BTC version have been identified in the subcommittee level. Tapos the more constitutional we feel constitutionally acceptable languages are embedded in the Gloria Macapagal Arroyo version and in the 16th Congress version. So more or less, if off the top of my mind, mga 50% we retain the BTC version. The remaining 50% it's either we adopted the GMA version or the 16th Congress version.
This is Countryside News Channel, your official online and cable news channel, giving you the latest information from the province of Lanao del Norte. Countryside News Channel.